Howdy, everybody. Welcome to Guitar Journeys. I'm Robert. I'm your host today here at Guitar Journeys, where we just talk about whatever you want to talk about. But we mainly focus on music. Sorry guys, I just needed to put that up real quick. So here at Guitar Journeys, it's a kind of a journal of my journey as a guitar player, as I learn and as I grow and as I grow in my music, not grow, actually grow. Okay, so today is Sunday. I usually like to have a little message. I spent a lot of years going to church, and believe it or not, I remember a lot of it. All right. So, the message I wanted to talk to you, and I'm just going to talk to you real briefly. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. But, okay, the thing that I wanted to talk to you about is giving. Giving and tithing, okay? So, the main thing about giving, right, when you're giving money, now, I have my own opinion on giving, all right? I don't think that you necessarily have to give it to the church, right? I like to give my money to organizations that I think do really great things, okay? Special Olympics is one that is near and dear to my heart. I like to give money to Special Olympics because I know it's going to a good cause. And that's the main thing about when you give. When you give money, you have to, in order to make God happy, okay, you need to give with happiness, all right? You don't give the money and say, oh, I don't really want to give my money away, but I guess I will. It doesn't work like that too well, all right? You need to be like excited and happy. You know, I am so happy that I am blessed enough to have enough money to give some of it away, right? That's how you need to look at it. There's a thing that people say, in order to receive a blessing, you need to give a blessing, right? So, hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday to everyone. So, giving money, you know, a lot of people say, I'm not going to give my money to this church, and then the pastor's going to go out and, you know, do bad things with my money, or the money's going to be spent, you know, like on something stupid. If you do give your money to the church, here's the thing. You give it, you know, you're happy to give it, and once you give it, you don't worry about what they do with it, okay? That's on them, all right? You give, and here's the thing. If you're not happy about giving your money to a certain organization or a certain church, don't do it, all right? Find something that makes you happy, right? Hey, I'm very good. Thank you for asking. How are you doing today? So I myself, I don't mind giving it to a church. If I'm going to a church and I'm really happy with that church and I feel like I'm really getting something out of it, I don't mind giving money to the church. I give it, you know, out of the kindness of my heart, and I am happy to give it. But we're not really involved in a church right now because we can't really find a church that we fit into. We've lived here 8 years, and we've been to a couple of churches, and it's either too far to drive, or I don't really care for the way they have church. So what I did is I found some organizations that we give money to. And I'm just throwing out some ideas for you guys, okay? Like I said, Special Olympics is a good one. Um, there's a children's hospital, St. Jude Hospital. So I am from Kansas in the United States. I'm from about right in the middle of Kansas. But, okay, so I don't know if you guys know about St. Jude Hospital or not, but nobody gets a bill, okay? You have a kid. I think it's mainly for like kids. I'm pretty sure of that. Well, cool, man. Thank you. All right. From India. Nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. So St. Jude, let's say your kid has cancer and you take your kid there. Your kid can stay there for up to a year. I mean, I don't know like the time limit, right? I can't say that because I don't know that. But everything that they do for your kid, surgeries, chemo, them staying there, they'll even put the parents up in a place to stay for free or for real cheap. But the everything that they do for your kid, you don't get a bill, right? The bill is paid by people who donate money. When you donate money to the St. Jude, it goes to research. It goes to, the bills, paying the doctors, everything, man. I can't think of, I really have a hard time thinking of any place that is more deserving than the money that you give to them. And I look at it like this, okay, I think the minimum is like around $20 a month, right? Think of this. If even half of the people in the United States gave $20 a month to St. Jude, can you imagine how much money that would generate, right? Half of the United States, $20 a month, it would be a lot of money. I'm good, man. I'm real good. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you for asking. I'm real good. So that's what I like to do instead of giving my money to a church. I like to give it to places where I know the money's going to go to a good cause. The other one is like something that has to do with veterans, right? Wounded Warriors is one of them. And that money goes to help people that have been injured, serving our country. It helps them with like equipment, medicine, a lot. Some of these places even build them houses. Though if they have a house, they'll go in there and they'll remodel the house, so they can get around like in a wheelchair or maybe a lift so they can get in and out of bed. There are just a lot of things in the world that you can give your money to, and that is giving, okay? So that's one part of, you give a blessing, you receive a blessing. You gotta, you learn this in church, and you gotta believe in it, and put it to, try it, and it works. It does work. I promise you it does. Okay, so the other part of it is tithing. All right. So now tithing, I also think that okay, when you give money to an organization like I'm talking about, if it is about 10% of your income, that's tithing. And again, I don't think that you have to give it to a church. I don't think that at all. But if you figure out, okay, so our family brings in this much money a month, okay? So I'm going to give away this much money every month. That's 10% of our income. That would be tithing. Hey, brother, what's going on? All right, brother. It's good to see you, man. It's real good to see you, man. How you doing? Everything good over there in Denmark? I'm doing a little church for everybody. Talking about giving and tithing. Nobody wants to hear that, right? All right, I'm going to tell a little story. All right, a little story. And just one little story. I'm going to give you an example. And then we're going to go on to something different. Okay. I was working at a guy's house one time. And I was cleaning out his sewer line with a machine. And Mike, well, oh, dude, I've been waiting for you guys to be on my live stream together. Let me finish saying this. Don't you guys leave, all right? Morton and Mike, hang tight, okay? I want to introduce you guys to each other. And but let me just finish telling this story real quick, okay? So I was working at this guy's house, and he started telling me that he had a business and it was struggling, and then he found a way to make it successful. And so anyways, I asked him, I said, okay, what are you talking about? And he said, tithe your money. Find a church and start tithing your money. And he goes, I promise you, your business will take off and you'll be successful. And I said, okay. And he said, here's the thing, man. You don't have to give 10%. You know, I mean, that's the standard, you know, but you don't have to do that when you just get started, right? Give whatever you can give. You know, if you're struggling, you don't have a lot of money, give $5. He goes, give that $5. And he said, then kind of work your way up from there until you get to the point where you got a little extra money and you can spare 10% of what you're making. And he said, and you do that, and I promise you, your business will never struggle. And I started doing it. Believe it or not, man, I started doing it. I started with about $10, and then I worked my way up to 20, 30. I got up to where I was giving $100, I think. Yeah, about 75 a week. I was doing that for a while. And it's absolutely true, man. My business started taking off. And and it was real, like, obvious. I mean, real, like, noticeable that God was working in my life and in my business. When I would go to someone's house and they would tell me, I'd say, well, what do you do for a living? And he'd say, well, I'm a pastor of this church over here. And I said, dang, man, I get goosebumps. Wow. I said, that's crazy. Couple of days go by, I get a call. I go to this guy's house. He's some old guy, right? I said, oh, what did you used to do? He said, oh, I used to be a pastor. For 60 years or for 50 years, I was a pastor. And I said, man, God is powerful, man. So anyways, it works, okay? Tithing, giving. If you know how to unlock that power, it's a powerful tool. It works. Yeah, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. When I talk and when I tell people stuff, I'm telling you from experience. I have so many different stories that I could tell you that I'm just not going to get into it right now. But I was blessed that I had some friends that knew about God and showed me the way and prayed for me and showed me, how to give and tithe and all that. And I do believe that that's what made my business successful. When I started doing that, I was so broke. I'd be lucky if I had 4 or 5 calls in a week, right? I would say within a year, I had so many calls, I couldn't get them all. I told a friend of mine, I said, hey, I think I'm going to have to stop tithing. And he said, why is that, man? Why would you want to do that? And I said, I got so much, and I was joking with him, right? And I said, I got so much work, man. I'm turning down calls. And he just laughed and he said, I told you, man, it really does work. And yeah, so I tithed my money the whole time I was in business. All right, guys. Praise God, right? Amen. Morton and Mike, have you guys ever met each other? Have you ever been on my live stream together? My wife's up there. My wife's up there telling the dog something. I can hear her telling the dog something. Mike, I would like for you to meet Morton. And Morton, I would like for you to meet Mike. Mike is not sure I've been on here with Mike. Okay, so I would like for you guys to meet each other. Since I've been doing my live streams, you two are like the 2 people that come onto my live streams the most. And so Mike, Morton is from Denmark. And Mike is from Chicago. And both of you guys are guitar players. So am I. And you guys, I've actually started like a friendship, with both of you guys. I mean, I could actually see me going to where you live, right? There you go. There you go. Don't say that, man. Morton, did you see that email that I sent you about that slide ring? But I could actually see myself going to either one of you guys' houses. I could actually see that. So, let's see, where's my phone? Mike and Morton, I sent Morton an email about this thing. I don't know if you got that email or not. All right. And this is funny because, right, you know how they say God works in mysterious ways? Oh, yeah, you seen it. All right, cool, man. Okay. So they say God works in mysterious ways, right? Okay. So I have this slide right here, man, and I like this slide a lot. Okay. My floor down here, I need to put a rug, where I sit. And I've been putting that off and putting it off. Well, the other day I was using my slide, and I keep it in this little basket right here. And I went to put it in the little basket, and somehow this thing got tripped up right here when I was trying to put it in, and it fell. And when it hit I watched it hit the floor, man, and then it just broke right in half. just like when if you imagine dropping an egg, right? Anyways, this thing broke right in half. Now, I was able to super glue it pretty good. It's not a bone, it's a ceramic. But I like this thing a lot. I'm sure you guys have seen these, right? This one here, I think, is a short. You know, they call it a short because it's not, you know, it's not as long as most of them. And I think it's a small because it fits on my pinky just perfect. Okay, so anyways, this thing broke. And man, I was mad, dude. I was cussing. I was throwing a fit. My wife even came downstairs and she said, "What's wrong?" And I said, I dropped this thing and it broke. So I got on the, I wanted to see, like, you know, I was going to buy a new one. And on Amazon, it said last purchased in 2018. So I've had it for a while, right? It's like over 8 years old now. And that's the first time I've dropped it. So while I was looking for that, I've stumbled onto this ring. Let me show you what it looks like, Mike. You might have seen this before. I sent an email to Morton because I was showing this to him. Okay, do you see it now? This little clip right here, it kind of holds that onto your finger. And this thing is $40. There's the price of them. But it's made out of a really strong steel. And they recommend that you use it on your middle finger, like right here. Right there. I already have a really good habit of playing with it on my pinky. So I'm gonna order the small, and I actually think that it will fit here and here. But the idea of wearing it here is that you can still make the chords, right? And so you're making your chords, and then you do a little slide action. But yeah, you see, God works in mysterious ways, man. If I hadn't have broken my slide, I wouldn't have be looking for one, and I wouldn't have found this other one. Like I said, I was able to glue it together. It works okay. Oh, and by the way, I think I paid $25 for this in 2018, and it's now $28. So it went up $3. I think it's worth the money, man. To be honest with you, I really do think that it's worth the money. And it really sucked too, man, because I'm just now starting to really get into using the slide. So, yeah. Ouch. So, here lately, I've been telling myself, man, I really need some lessons. You know what I mean? I need some lessons because I need to go to the next level, right? I'm where I'm at, and I'm doing good where I'm at. I have some goals that I'm not quite to that goal, but I'm real close to that. You know, one of my goals was to be able to play up and down the fretboard without looking at it. You know, like when you're playing like the C, the G, the A, the D, you know, and the E and the B and all that. Now the open chords, I'm good. All right, I can play the open chords without looking at them. I know exactly where they're at and everything. But I'm still not real familiar with going up and down the fretboard, you know, with the bar chords. And so I'm almost there, right? A lot of times I come down here and my music room, and I will like have it kind of dark in here, not like dark, you know, but a little dark, right? I might have a light like on in the background, but where I'm sitting is kind of dark. Well, let me show you something, okay? Let me show you guys a little something. I'm going to show you like online, okay? When I was buying lessons, so I was buying lessons from this guy. I know that I told one of you guys, it seems like to me it was Morton, about Griff Hamlin, and it could have been you, Mike, or you, Morton. But I told one of you guys, or maybe both of you, about this guy. His name is Griff Hamlin. He's a pretty impressive guy, man. And he's got some music on Spotify, and it's actually really good music. And his guitar playing is fantastic, man. He's really a good guitar player. But he's been playing since he was a kid. And he went to college to study music. I'm assuming that his goal was to get a degree so that he could teach music, because he's a music teacher. Guitar, right? He teaches guitar. He gives private lessons, or he did in California for years. And then the internet came along, right? So now he makes courses. He puts them on the internet and sells them. But he also plays, he plays all over the place. You know, him and his band, they play all the time. His wife plays, I think his wife and one of his kids, stepsons, plays at Disney World. I think it was in California. They played at Disney World. His wife plays the saxophone. But anyways, when I was buying courses from this guy, he has a deal that's called Unlimited Access. So for $40 a month, you have access to everything this guy has ever done. And he's got if I was to throw out a number of how many courses he has, I'd say around 100 different courses that he has online to buy. Okay, when you have unlimited access, you can look at any course online that he has. Anything that he's ever done, you can look at it. And $40 a month sounds like a lot, right? But every so many months, you get like, it's called a golden, I think it's called a golden ticket. Yeah, kind of like, oh, what am I thinking about? Willy Wonka, the Wonka chocolate factory. So anyways, every so many months you get a golden ticket. And that golden ticket, you can buy a course. And you don't get it like physically, but you get it like digital. You get what I'm saying, man. You get it online. So I got a bunch of courses that I got access to online that I don't actually have a book or a DVD. What are you yelling at Frankie for?
Huh?
What are you yelling at Frankie?
I haven't yelled, Frankie.
No?
No.
Okay. But if you guys can see this, hang on just a minute. Let me try to get this light out of here. Oh, dang it. What do you want? Yeah. Do what you want to do, man. Dang it. It's not showing up on here. That's weird. There it is. There it is. There it is. Okay. There it is. Now, if you see these courses, this is how many courses I own. Right? Look at all that. These are all courses. Some of them are songs. Okay, so these things are very well made. This one here, How to Solo Like Stevie Ray Vaughan. He tells you everything. He walks through everything with you. Let me see if I play just a little bit of this.
Hi there, I'm Griff Hamlin from Blues Guitar Unleashed, and welcome to How to Solo Like Stevie Ray Vaughan. Now, I will assume that you are obviously a Stevie Ray Vaughan fan, or you wouldn't be here. So I'm going to skip the details of his life and his career and all that kind of stuff. And instead, I want to dive straight into what it is that made Stevie Ray Vaughan a household name. And more importantly, what I want to talk about in this course
I
is
don't want
how
to show you.
bring-
I don't want to show you guys too much because I might get a copyright. But I highly, highly recommend some of these courses. But don't pay full price. Every holiday he has a big sale. You can get these courses for 30% off, up to 50% off. And if you guys feel like, your guitar playing needs a little extra, it's a good way to take lessons. The other thing is too is if you don't buy the physical, like the book and the DVD, if you don't buy that, you can get the course really cheap. But I like having the book and the DVD, and you watch them. Okay, you're not for sure what it was he said. You back it up. You can watch it again. He shows you everything, how to do it. Then he has a playthrough, like a slow and a fast. I'm gonna show you guys. Just give me a second. I want to show you. And I'm not joking when I tell you, this is about half of what I have. Okay? This is, it's called Slow Blues. You see what Slow Blues supplement? This course here talks all about the major and the minor, going in and out of the major and the minor, about on the pentatonic and other scales. Yeah, you can check it out on YouTube, man. He's on YouTube. This course here is the harmonic minor scale. I don't know if a lot of people never even heard of the harmonic minor. This scale here, I don't have it memorized 100%, but I have it memorized somewhat. This is what it looks like, showing you how to make that scale. Like I say, you get a DVD, so he shows you how to do everything. This one here, guys, and I'll just show you a couple of these, and I'll get out of the way so you guys can talk. This one here is, I think, a pretty valuable course right here. This is Guitar Theory. So the courses that I bought are actually what I call like the meat and the potatoes. You know what I mean? The main stuff. This is a song. These are just licks. If you just want to learn like licks. And then you can use these licks in your soloing. Like, check it out. This one here is called In the Style of Billy Gibson. This one's In the Style of Roy Gallagher. I know I didn't pronounce that right. But it's all written out real nice, man, in tabs. I'm not really trying to advertise for this guy right now. What I'm trying to do is to help somebody that wants to take their guitar to another level. This one, How to Solo Like Stevie Ray Vaughan. The best one? It kind of depends on what it is you want to learn. I didn't get a whole lot out of that one. I checked it out a few times. but I didn't really get a whole lot out of it, to be honest with you. This one is a song. I'd say the one that I got the most out of is probably this one, the Guitar Theory. I don't know that you really use that a lot, but it shows you how to build like a major scale and how to use the circle of fifths, circle of fourths. But they all have a lot of valuable information. I'm getting to something that I want to show you guys. So hang with me, okay? I'm going to show you something that I learned this week. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen this before. But I wanted to show you this first. Yeah, man, we all love the Strat. I was looking at Stratocasters this morning I was looking at Stratocasters online at Sweetwater. Man, they got expensive. This one here is a Delta Blues with a slide. I got a lot out of that. A lot. The only thing I didn't like about this course is that you have to tune your guitar differently, like a drop D and a drop this and that. This was like one of the courses that this took me about 5 years to go through this course. I swear to God, I went through every page of it, and I played everything in this book. This is mostly like fingerstyle acoustic blues. This is a really good course to take, but there's a lot of stuff in there. This one here is done by another guy. This is one of his buddies, one of his partners, and he's I think, if I'm getting this right, he's a professor or was a professor at where this guy went to school. Let's see if I can find a picture of this guy. But Griff doesn't do this course. Yeah, I thought there was a picture of this guy. You guys write this down and check this out, okay? His name is called Steve Trovato. Okay? Write that down if you would, and check this guy out later. He's a really good guitar player. I don't think he's as good as Griff, but he is a really good guitar player. You'll find videos of him on YouTube playing in bands. So he is a really good guitar player. Okay. I'm going to show you guys something that I learned this week. Are you guys ready to learn something? Okay. I learned about this years back. And it's funny, man, because when I took these courses, a lot of the stuff that he was saying and a lot of the stuff that was in these courses were over my head, right? I didn't get a lot of what he was saying because I just wasn't there yet. But now, when I watch the courses now, everything makes sense. All right. This is going to be kind of okay, do you guys know what 9 chords are? I'm going to show you. We'll do it in the middle so it's easy to see. Okay, this note right here, right? This on the A string, on the 5th fret, that's a D. Okay, if you're going to play a D9, your middle finger will go on that D right there, right? And then you go down here like this, okay? There's a D. Can you see where my fingers are at? That's a D9. You don't know nothing, man? I'm going to teach you. I'm going to show you something. If you hang with me and you watch what I'm doing I'm going to show you what I learned this week. I started, this is Sunday, right? And I started preaching about God. Well, God speaks to you. When you listen, you can hear God talking to you. Sometimes when you get something in your brain, that's where that's coming from, right? When you don't believe, or you don't listen, or you don't want to acknowledge it, he's not going to talk to you as much. But when you get a message in your brain and it keeps telling you, okay, God kept telling me, go back to your books. There's valuable information in those books. Go back to your books. And God keeps telling me this. Go back to your books. So I said, all right, what I do, man, is I watch it. When I'm relaxing, I lay down on the bed, in the afternoon to kind of relax my back. And usually I listen to music. Well, I've been listening to these courses on my phone. And this particular lesson is right at the beginning of this course, right? Okay, so this is a 9 chord right here. That's a D9. See, anything that you go on the 5th string, it's just like a 5th string bar chord, right? Okay, but it's the 9 chord. There's a D9, there's an E9, right? F9. You guys get it right? D9. Okay, well, you don't need this finger, right? That's kind of weird because there's not a D in there, but it has a D sound. Okay, hang with me. Here's the other thing. When you make a E-shaped bar chord, right? Okay, you don't need... okay, you don't need the whole bar chord. All you really need is this, right? See it? Okay, when you're playing in a band, the bass player, he's playing the bass, right? You don't need to worry about that. What you need to worry about is down here. Okay, so now, check this out. This, right? This is basically the same thing. See that? This is how you play the little chord, your little bar chords. This is how you play the 9 chords. You got that? This is an A, this is a D. All right, now, this is the killer part, okay? In blues, I don't know if you guys, I know you guys like blues music, but I don't know if you've ever studied blues or if you know anything about it, but I'm sure you do. You guys have been playing for a long time, and I know that you guys are both smarter than I am, so I'm assuming that you do know a little bit about the blues. All right, in the blues, most 12-bar blues, or even 8-bar blues, you have a 1, a 4, and a 5. All right, that's the cool thing about blues, man. Okay, well, you got your A, that's a 1 chord, and the cool thing about that is right underneath it is the 4 chord. 1 down, the E, that's the 5 chord. So you have the 1, the 4, the 5. 1, 4, 5. All right, now, this is the cool part. When you are playing like this, right? This is your A, this is your D, this is your E. See, like E9, D9, and A. All right, that's your 1 chord, your 4 chord, your 5 chord, just like that, right? 1, 4, 5. All right, you got that? Preach, brother, preach. 1, 4, 5. Okay, now, this is the cool part. I don't know if you guys remember me talking about how when you're comping, they call it comping. and I said that it's like someone else is playing the big chords and you're just playing along with them, I had that wrong, okay? When you listen to a blues song, you're going to hear them do this, okay? You can do this a lot of different ways, but one way to do it is like this. One way to do it is like this. You pluck it, okay? And they're all right there, right? 1, 4, 5. Is that cool or what? When you listen to a blues song, you can hear them doing that. They're not over there banging out chords. The band is playing, you can hear the horns, you can hear the bass, you can hear the drums, and the guitar player is going like this. Right? You guys ever hear that? When you get done watching me, listen to, if you listen to some of Griff's music, and he's got, yeah, he's got some really good songs. And when you listen to his songs, you're going to hear him doing that. And then when you go listen to some other blues songs, you're going to hear that that's what they're doing. And they call that comping. Okay? Now you can go. And to top it off, there's a thing called the half step slide, and they call it the blues slide, right? Okay, so let's say you're going to play this E, right? Well, what you would do is you go to the F and slide up or slide down. But okay, so you're at the the one chord, the 4 chord, or you could go, so that's good stuff, man. So what they're doing is they're comping while the band's playing, and it's really crazy is when you're doing this, you really pick up on the rhythm really easy. Okay, so they're doing this, right? And then they just start soloing. And then back to that. All right, man, there's your lesson. And you see how easy you can learn something? Just by, I just was watching this guy for about like 10 minutes. And I said, oh, and you know, I seen this before, but I didn't really get it. But I knew what I was looking for. I was looking for the section where he's talking about small chords. And Morton, remember I sent you that deal, that paper that said small chords? So like, there's a lot of information in there, man. And you do the same thing kind of with those. Right? Like, this is an A. This is like this here. Take this note right here, this B, or no, C, that C, and you cover that with this finger, and then use this finger for right here. That's a C7. That's a small chord, but it's a C7. See, so any note that you have right here, like there's an A right there, that's an A7. It's a small chord. Everything that's on this string, you make it like a D. There's an E, there's an F, there's a G, there's an A, there's a B, there's a C. But they're small chords, you know? They're not, you just worry about the 4 strings. You know, when you play a D, you only play 4 strings. You don't have to, you know, if you go through the cage system, they'll tell you to put the bar on like this, right? For these little chords down here. But if you think about it, you don't really need to put the bar because you're only going to play 4 strings anyways. Okay? D, E, F. And like when you play a D7, well, you come over here, you play an E7, an F7. All right, man. So that's it for, I don't want to bore you guys, man, but that's a really valuable tool, man. And here's the thing is, I never heard it before. You know, like in the music, when I listen to blues music, I never picked up on that. And I've listened to blues music for years, and I never really picked up on the fact that they're all doing that. And it's not in every blues song, but it is in a lot of them. Okay, so what's going on with you guys today, man? Yeah, it's valuable information, man. And you know, like this 145, you lazy Sunday. Hey, the wife's upstairs making tamales, man. You know what I'm going to be doing later? Eating tamales. Almost all of these 145, you can memorize them really easy, right? G, C, D, right? A, D, E. E, what's underneath the E? Well, let's do a B. B, E, F. No, that's not an F. Sorry about that. Let's see. B, E, what's down here? What is that? Let's see. E, F, no, E, F. Oh, that's an F sharp. Well, I don't think that works too good there. Anyways, the G, the C, and the D, the A, and the D, and the E. Those are probably like the most popular. And then the E, the A, and the D, I think. The E, F, G, A and B. A, B. I get it all mixed up, ain't I? Okay, that's right. E, A, B. 50 degrees in Chicago? Oh, I'm sorry. The other thing too, and I know I've talked about this with you guys, and I don't want to push it, okay, at all. And I don't know what system you guys are using. I know both of you told me that you're doing something like on the computer, like getting karaoke tracks and then playing along with them. So I don't know if this works like with what you're doing or not. But with Moises, I don't know if I could show you without getting a copyright. No, I can't. With Moises, when the chords come along, when the notes come along, it makes it really, really easy to use the slide. Like when the notes are coming along, you see a G, we'll see a G, and then a D. That's G, 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 a C, and a G, or D, G, C. You can even play the, you use Reaper to put backing tracks. I haven't heard of that before. Does it show, like, does the chords, like, move? Do the notes like move when you're playing? Would it make it easy to do like slide? And Morton, do you play with the slide? You never played with the slide? Okay. When you let's take this D right here. Whoa, I'm gonna break it again, dude. Let's take this D right here, okay? Just for an example. When you play with the slide, you go to the fret that's in back of that note, right? Okay, this is a D. You go to that fret with the slide. Right there. See? That's where you end up at. If you play it in the middle, you don't get the sound. You go like that. You don't want to put very much pressure on it. So you slide into it, and then you go like, and then you slide out of it. That's why I say, man, it really bummed me out when I broke this, man, because I'm just now really starting to get into it. I had a bunch of too low for slides. Well, you surely have a guitar that you could use, right? Like with my, when I was doing that course, the Delta slide, I put 12s on my Martin. Trying to make my Martin into like a dobro. You guys, I'm pretty sure you guys do know what a dobro is. But that was my attempt because you do bottom out real easy. Yeah, wow. I still got those 12s on there too. And I actually got me some, I got me some 10s that I was going to put on there. Now, when you use the, like, I can do it on my Stratocaster, and I got 9s on this. When you start, when you guys or Morton, when you start using the slide, you go onto YouTube. There's tons of videos on how to use a slide, different techniques. People will like, there's like licks you can learn, like certain, like how you learn like a solo or how you learn the riff. Well, you can learn that with the slide. There's tons of videos on YouTube about using a slide. Diario, I put the 12s that I have on my Martin are Diarios. I felt that way too about the Alexers, but I do have problems with them. The ones that are wounded, I'm having a lot of problems with those things separating at the frets. The strings will make like a little gap. And I know that my strings that I have on, my Alexers that I have on my Taylor are probably a couple years old. They're probably about a year past being, where they're supposed to be replaced. But I stumbled onto those labella strings, and I've got some labella strings on my travel guitar. I really like them. Excuse me, man. I really do like those strings. Give me a sec, guys. I got some strings, man. Okay. Just to show you, I do use Alexas. That's what came on my Taylor. So I've been using those for a very long time. Here's some Fenders, some 9s. These are the Labella. And I looked this word up. This word right here. I looked that word up. And the meaning of that word, I think, is like a guide, like a reference point, like a guide to judge other things from. Am I right? Am I close? And then these are from Labella. These are all Labellas. These are for my Stratocaster. These I'm really looking forward to trying. Yeah, you guys ever want to try a different string? I'm really intrigued with this. And the strings that I put on my travel guitar, I really do like. See, there's some more Alexas. So these are 9s. These were for my Stratocaster. I'm going to start using 10s because the 9s I broke twice on the B string. I put some new strings on my Stratocaster, and within 1 week I broke the B string. Well, like I said, man, I'm gonna try. I have tried Ernie Ball. I've tried the regular Slinky, I think is what they call them, and I've tried the Super Slinky. I did like them. I don't have a problem with them. I did like them. I just when I see something that I kind of like catches my attention, and then I try it, on one guitar, and I like it, then I kind of try it like on another guitar. But they advertise to be the oldest string makers in the world, and they're made in the U.S. And here's the other thing, man, they're very reasonably priced. These are like around $8. Okay, Alexas are not reasonably priced. These are $20, man. 20, maybe 20 something for these strings right here. So I don't like paying $20 for strings. I think that's a little much. All of these strings that I bought from Labella, all of them are in the $7 to $8 range. I don't even think any of them was over $10. My problem is sitting down and actually getting the strings on. Yeah, I'm not real sure why I bought those, but I just never got around to putting them on. But I do like the Fender brand. I don't think I opened them up. No, they're not open. It's good to have a lot of strings around, But yeah, I mean, every once in a while you're watching a video where someone broke a string and they're still playing with that. Who was it I was watching? Oh, Albert King, I think it was. I was watching a video with Albert King playing. Albert King and Stevie Ray Vaughan was playing together. And he broke, I think, the B string. I think the B string is kind of like one of the strings that breaks, right? I'm not real sure about that. I will say this, guys. And like I said, I don't ever try to like push something on somebody. You know, I'll give them like my opinion and my advice, and you know what I think of things. Yeah. I don't even know what that is, man. Floyd Rose Bridge. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna do some research on that. I asked myself the other day, out of everything, I've been messing around with the guitars for I'm on my 16th year. I asked myself the other day, what has made me learn the most? And I will tell you without a doubt, it is that app that I use, the Moises app. That has made me learn the most. I've been playing with that app for about 3 years. Before that, I was bored. Okay? I didn't try playing music with anything other than that because I didn't know about anything other than that. But I absolutely love playing along with the music. Just playing by yourself, right? No music, just a guitar. And then you trying to sing or me trying to sing, right? It just wasn't getting it, man. I was bored. When I started playing along with the music, it's literally is like being in a band. But you're like in every band that you can think of, right? I wanted to ask you guys if you have ever heard of this group. I don't want to play this song because I don't want to get hit for a copyright. Can you guys see that? It's called Smokin' Joe. I don't even know how you pronounce that last name. Check these guys out if you guys get a chance and you want to listen to some good tunes. Check this guy out right here, the Smokin' Joe. It's got a lot of really good. There's one song on there that's called Got Blues Will Travel. Good stuff, man. I just love the blues music. Don't get me wrong, I grew up on rock and roll. I'm just like you guys, man. I grew up with all the good rock and roll music. I listened to rock and roll, you know. I was a rocker like Joe Dirt, man. I was a rocker through and through, man. But when I started listening to blues music, it opened up my brain. I mean, the horns, the keyboards, just everything about the blues music, man. And it's easy to play. It really is that good, man. It really is that good. You know, for $4 a month, and you can cancel anytime you want. You know what I mean? You're not like locked into a subscription. You download the app. It costs you $4 a month. You can buy songs on music, iTunes for like $1. Watch, like I bought this song. Well, you just pick out a song that you want. You know how to get music on there, don't you? iTunes. Let's see. You just go to iTunes. You put in any song that you want. It shows up. You click on it. $1.29. you put in your Apple password, and then once it downloads into your phone, you go to the Moises app, you press add, go here, type in the song, it shows up, and you download it into the app. Check it out, man. I have 478 songs in there. Right? Endless amount of songs. If I want to play country, I can play country. I want to play Christmas, I got a shitload of Christmas. Christian, I mean, you name it, man. There, it's in there. Now it used to be with Moises, you could shut off the volume of the singer and just have the music, but you can't do that anymore. They changed it. Some of the older ones you can take off the volume, but all the newer ones you can't. But if you pay for the Pro, which is more, like quite a bit more, you can still take off the volume of the singer. I'm going to try to find a really old one here. Okay, see, like this one here, you can take off the volume. You can take off the singer. What I really like about it, though, man, is you can take the guitar part, or you can take the guitar all the way off. And then you play the guitar part. You can hear the voice a little bit. But it's really super, super easy. But when you hear the rhythm, then it tells you what key it's in. It's in the key of D, right? I'm telling you, man, out of everything that I've done, that has helped me the most. So yeah, it doesn't hurt to take a few lessons. And, you know, you find something that works good, man, use it. Yeah, that's cool, man. Something that I do, I don't know if you guys do this or not. Are you still with us, Mike? Something that I do, like what I like to do. Okay, I'm going to use like a backing track because I don't want to get I really don't want to get okay, all right, cool, brother. When you get a copyright on YouTube, it doesn't hurt your channel, but what it does is it keeps it from going all over the world. It just goes to certain areas. It says that it's like limited or something like that. Okay, so let's see. I got some backing tracks in here. I wanted to show you guys something. There's some country backing tracks. Because you can use the backing tracks and it doesn't give you a copyright. Okay, so what I do, I try not to look at like what key it's in. And then I try to find the key. I try to figure out what key they're in and what chord they're playing. You guys do that? Okay, I come up with like an E. Let's see if I'm right. Hey, where's the one I was playing? It's not showing the one that I'm playing. Well, ain't that a bitch? Oh man. But that's one of the things I do is I try to figure out like what key it's in. I try to figure out like what chords they're playing and what notes, you know, what key it's in. It's like a little game, but it really helps your ear. All right, guys. Hey, I'm glad you guys were both on here at the same time. I think that's the first time since I've been doing live streams that you were both on here at the same time. What do you think about that slide ring, Mike? Do you use a slide? Look, guys, I switched my stuff around over here yesterday. This is my area now where I practice and play. I brought my TV back over here. What I do is I put my computer over here, and then I go online, and it's easier for me to get those courses. You haven't in years, huh? Well, a lot of the songs that I've been finding, the blues songs, have a lot of slide in it. And I dig the slide, man. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to get me one of those little ring slides. I'm just not wanting to put... I don't want to spend too much money at once. I'm putting a top on my porch out in the back. It's about close to 6 feet wide and about, I'd say around 5 feet, 6 by 5 porch. And when I built the porch, I built it so I could put a top on it. And it's been about 6 years ago. I don't put things off. No. I went down to buy some metal siding the other day here at the local hardware store. And I didn't know that you could buy that stuff. He said anywhere from a foot to 30 feet. So, yeah, I don't have to worry about cutting it, right? I'm going to order them 4 feet. And they're 3 feet wide, and I'm going to order them 4 feet long. So I'm going to go tomorrow, hopefully, and I'm going to order. I went Friday, but the guy wasn't there. So tomorrow I'm going to order the metal, and then hopefully in the month of May, I will put that on there, and I might do a live stream of me working on it. But, yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to do a little guitar playing and see what happens. I need to practice some songs so I can make some videos to put on YouTube. So you guys, thanks for joining me, man. I really appreciate it. What I need, if you guys have friends that are into guitar playing and would like to join our group, I would like to have about, I don't know, I think 5 people and me, just like you guys, that we can all like talk, about guitars and all the stuff that we use and all that. Mike, I know you said you have a Stratocaster, but you also have some Gibsons, right? I think I remember you saying you had a Gibson. And Morton, did you ever get your guitar fixed? Did you get that Telecaster, that pickup put in that Telecaster? Oh, no Gibsons? You're a Fender man? That's kind of crazy because I think Morton is too. Morton, you have mainly Fenders, right? I know I seen a Tele and a Strat. I like my Stratocaster. I would kind of like to have a gold top. Yeah. Oh, check it out, guys. I learned this today too. I'll show you. You guys can work on this a little bit. Check this out. I just learned this morning. Okay, going to 8 twice on the E, low E twice. Go to the G string on the 10th fret twice. The 8th fret on the G string, no, D string. Sorry about that. D string, 10th fret twice. D string, damn it. Okay, G string, 10th fret twice. D string, 8th fret twice. That's harder than it looks, man. 10th fret on the A string twice. Okay, so it's called the tore down rhythm. Yeah, man. I would kind of like to have a gold top. I kind of would. And I'd also kind of like to have a Tele. That's kind of where I'm at on my wish list. But you could start like on the 1. You go down here. 2 times on each one. 1, 2. 1, 2. I messed it up, man. Anyways. So, that's in box 1 and box 2. The Hotel California. Box 1. Box 2. Yeah, you definitely know a lot more about guitars than I do. That reminds me. We're gonna go over an hour, guys. Hang on. Stick with me. Don't go nowhere. I want to show you guys something. Don't go nowhere, okay? This is worth waiting for. I gotta see if I can find this. There was a bookstore in the town that I lived in Colorado. There was a bookstore going out of business. So I wanted to see if they had any books on guitars. Check this out, man. Whoops. This book has a lot in it, man. And I got this thing for almost nothing. Oh, wow. How'd they get moisture on there? That's weird. I haven't had this thing nowhere, but it's got a little moisture on it. This book is like new. But it tells all about different guitars. Like what kind of wood it's made out of. Check out this thing. But it tells like what the brand, where the brand is from, what kind of wood they use to make it out of. Check that out. Now, what did you call that? Oh, this one here is mainly acoustics. Blue Ridge. But there's a lot of different stuff in there, man. I've only looked through here a couple of times. There's a Gretsch. What is, it says like Godin? Gibson? Fender? Epiphone? But this would be a really good book to go through and read and look at everything. There's a lot of valuable information in there. Yeah. Oh, that's from Canada? I never really heard of it before. You heard of that before, Morton? Let me, hang on, I'll find it. Give me a second. I kind of went through it, but I didn't really show you guys. Let me show you real quick. Here's one is called a Gitane, A-N-E, Gittin. Here it is. This is it. See that? But there's a bunch of different guitars in here, man. The Taylor, Takamine. I always tell myself, man, you need to get that book out, man, and go through it and look at it and read it. A Luna, Ibanez, Guild. I like Guild guitars. They're really nice. Gretsch, Gibson, Fender, Epiphone, Daisy, Breedlove, Alvarez. It's a lot in there, man. Okay, one last thing. I'm going to get out of here. One last thing, man. They had this book here, right? Like I say, they were selling these books like so super cheap. Oh yeah, those guitars are kind of funky, man. They have like plastic on the back side of them. These are songs. This is a songbook, right? Tons and tons and tons of songs. These are all the songs that are in there. So if you wanted to take the time, if you wanted to go through here and learn these, it's all in tablature. But it would definitely take you some time to go through here and learn some of these songs. It's a lot easier to do it on Moises. This is kind of hard doing this kind of stuff. That really puts your brain to work, man. trying to learn that this way. It really is a lot of work. Tears in Heaven. Time in a Bottle. Do you guys know how to read tabs? I do know how to read tabs, but like I say, it's work. It puts your Oh, that's cool. You played the Eye of the Tiger in front of Survivor. How do you learn your music though? Do you learn it like by tablature, or do you learn it like just like people showing you the chords, or you just go by the chords? Anyways, man, I just wanted to show you guys those books. That bookstore was going out of business, and they were down to almost nothing. And I think I got these books for like maybe $5 each. Something like that. It was really super cheap. Hey, Morton, remember the other day I was talking about that Damp It? We were talking about keeping your guitar humidified. This is a Damp It. That's what it looks like. This has like a sponge in it. You get that wet, and then you stick that down in the guitar. This goes over the sound hole. I am messing up all the songs. Feel free to check it out. All right. You got some videos on there? Anyways, if anyone wants to know like how to keep your guitar humidified, if you live in a dry area, I like this one better than the other. The more expensive one has like little, you put like little crystals in it. And then you have to keep adding water like every other day. You have to take it out and open it up and add water. This one I think is a lot more easier to deal with. You do have to take it out about maybe once a week and get it wet again. You just get it wet and then squeeze out. You don't want too much moisture in there. You don't want it dripping in your guitar. But this works nice. I bought a new air system for the house, and I didn't know it when I was buying it, but it keeps the house at a perfect humidity for guitars. So I got lucky on that one. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here, man. I got to go pee. Hey, Morton, I'm real sorry to hear about your dad, dude. I really am sorry to hear about that. And Mike, I'll think about you when I meet in my tamale. All right, guys. Thanks. Thank you very much for joining with me. I appreciate it. Happy playing, y'all. Go check out, listen to some, bye, Mike. Listen to some blues songs and see if you can hear them doing what I was showing you. And if you listen for it, you'll hear them doing that. And we'll talk about it more tomorrow. Okay? All right, see you guys later. See you later, Morton. Peace out, brother. Morton must have went to go take a pee himself. He's going to come back and go, damn, he left. All right, guys, later.